Hello, and welcome back to my channel. So if you follow me on any social media, you probably realize that I recently took a trip. Over my Christmas break, I was able to drive out to Palm Springs with my dad and one of my sisters, and it was an absolutely awesome vacation, so I wanted to make a video detailing it, kind of like a vlog after the fact. So I had never been further west than Wyoming, which was one of my all-time favorite vacations. But in this case, I was able to hit up 5 new states: Oklahoma, Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, and of course, California. While driving, we saw some really cool landscapes, and if you want to see those, you could actually check out my shorts to see some video that I was able to take. On our way out there, we were able to go through the Petrified Forest and Painted Rocks National Park. It was a really cool drive with such a unique landscape. What surprised me the most about this one is that it actually wasn't necessarily a forest that me from Michigan would expect a forest to be, but it just had hundreds upon hundreds, probably thousands of petrified wood lying around that part of the park. And then a separate part of the park had painted rocks, which were absolutely gorgeous. It was such a really cool drive with an extremely unique landscape. I feel like geologists especially would love visiting this place. It was really cool, and I'm glad we got a chance to stop there. Now, once we got to Palm Springs, I have to admit that Southern California wasn't what I expected. In fact, not what I expected was probably the most popular phrase between both my sister and me, but never in a bad way. My first impression of Palm Springs was that it was so cool that there were mountains on all sides. They were just constantly there, which I absolutely loved. And this made sense that there were mountains all around us because Palm Springs is in a valley. It also wasn't as hot as I expected, but it is the winter, so we at least had better weather there than I know that we had back home in Michigan. So the first full day that we were there, we went to the Desert Zoo. We were also able to take a hike in the desert, which I really enjoyed, and we were able to hike up to a viewing platform and see the San Andreas Fault Line. Of course, that was the hottest day that we were there, so I definitely broke a sweat. We also saw some really cool and unique animals. The next day, we went to Joshua Tree. It was, again, not what I expected, but so cool, and actually also kind of cold that day. We hiked through the Hidden Valley, which was beautiful, and we got to a very high point in the San Bernardino Mountains. It was an awesome spot with amazing views of the mountains, the San Andreas Fault again, and the Coachella Valley. I absolutely loved that little hike and was glad that we were able to see that. Now, a cool thing about Joshua Tree is that 2 deserts converge there, the Mojave and the Colorado. The landscape was again so varied, and you could definitely see a difference between the 2 deserts and what kind of deserts they are. The last day we went up to the top of the San Jacinto Mountain, and this might have been my favorite part of the entire trip. To get there, you got to take a tram, which was cool in and of itself. Once up there, we saw snow, and I thought a lot of the vegetation up there was quite similar to Michigan. But then you'd be hiking, and you'd come around the corner, and bam, you had a beautiful mountain view. It was a really cool hike. After that, we got to go to a really cool garden, Sunnylands, and got to see lots of desert vegetation. I'm glad we got to stop there, as we planned it on our first day, but it was closed when we went to go check it out. We also got a chance to eat at Grill-A-Burger, a wonderful, delicious restaurant that once was featured on the Food Network, and we also had the most awesome waitress while we were there. Overall, this was a great trip, and I hope I get to go back in the future, as there were a few more places that I wanted to check out. If you want the history of Palm Springs, I did post on that last week, so I'll put the link below. I hope you enjoyed the video today, and let me know what you thought of the travel blog content. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.